Hi everyone, it is Sunday again. Happy Easter. This is week 6 update and video number 7. And it's Easter, so I hope everybody's doing good and everybody's families are well, and that you're eating good and all the goodies and hunting for the eggs and the kids are just having a ball. So I'm going to try to make this week's a little bit quick. So for the results, not as good as I was hoping considering the big whammy I got last week. I was really hoping that I'd hit 5 every week, but reality kicked in. But I mean, there's still decent results. I lost only 1 pound, but it's still a pound. And then I had a 1/2 inch off my arms, 1 inch off of my chest, and then, so they're like gas prices. They go up, then they go down and I tease you, and then they go up, and then they go down and tease you. So anyway, I gave up on that. But got 1 inch off of my waist, and then nothing off my hips, which I think are going to be my problem area, which for most women it is. And if you had kids and how the stomach sags down there, and it's just, the hip area is just, it's like your luggage rack. And then I had a 1/2 inch off my thighs, so that was, you know, pretty good, so I was happy about that. And I'm starting to get feedback from other people who have actually gotten their pills, have been on it for a week, and so far everybody's having good results. The powder substance, I don't do the powder, but the people that are on the powder are having little results. They're still having results, but their results aren't dramatic. Now for the pills, Tracy lost 7 pounds, and she's on Garcinia Cambogia is just what she told me. Now if that's the actual, and I asked if that, what brand are you on, and that's what she told me. So if her brand is actually labeled Garcinia Cambogia, I don't know. But she said last week she lost 7 pounds, so that's dramatic. To me, that's dramatic. That's good. But she was also at the 4,500 milligrams where I'm at. And then I've had a lot of other girls that are on the pure Garcinia. If it be either pure Garcinia extract, which is what I'm taking, or if it has just been just the pure Garcinia Cambogia extract, because there's so many companies out there trying to make this, because it's become such a big wave of just, I mean, Dr. Eisen is just like everybody, so the companies are just jumping on the bandwagon. Oh, let's get this, let's name it this. So, I mean, there's so many bottles, there's so many brands, and they just switched the name just a little bit. But so far, everybody that's been on pure Garcinia, if it be like the pure Garcinia 1600, or the pure Garcinia, what was the other one, 1300, they're having good results. They're, like, they're losing inches and pounds, or some are just losing the inches so far and not the pounds, which is one reason why I tell you, weigh yourself and measure yourself before you start, because if you don't lose the weight, I don't want you to get discouraged and be like, well, it's not working, I'm just going to give up, this is a scam, blah, blah, blah. Measure yourself. It is so crucial that you do measure yourself, because if you don't lose the weight, you might definitely see the inches. And I had one girl who called me, or didn't call me, but she messaged me, and she was upset that, she goes, well, I'm kind of disappointed, I'm getting frustrated because I'm losing inches, but I'm gaining weight. I go, yeah, but you're working out how many days a week? 4 times, 5 times a week. So muscle weighs more than fat. So you might be burning the fat, but in the meanwhile, you're gaining muscle, or you're toning the muscles you have. So instead of this, like this, actually, that's actually going down a little bit. Hey! This might turn from fat to be like this, muscle. I can't do it, can I? Muscle. And that muscle is going to weigh more than the fat. So it might be like 2 or 3 pounds you gained, and you're like, oh, I gained, this sucks. Don't look at it that way. If you're working out, or if you're changing, or even if you have more energy and you're doing more than what you used to do. Like if you just sat around and you might not even notice you're doing more. And what I mean by that is, like, if you're sitting at home and you're like, you know what, I should really do it, I'll do laundry tomorrow, and you put it off, you might be actually not putting things off and not realizing that you're doing them, and you're not procrastinating anymore because you have that energy to do so. So you're like, well, I'm not really doing anything more, I'm not changing anything, and you don't really realize that you are. So even though you might not be physically trying to do something, you might just naturally be doing it and not notice it. So, but there's only been one girl that I talked to so far that she said she hasn't even actually like felt any different. But then she did actually say, well, not really, I don't think. So she's not, you know, actually there yet, but I believe she will be. So so far, like I said, now the Walmart brand, I have had 5 different people say no results at all from the Walmart brand. So I mean, I haven't had anybody yet come to me and say, yeah, I bought the Walmart brand and it's working great. I haven't had that. So I wouldn't want to tell you not to do this, but if you, I would say probably stay away from the Walmart brand. You're just probably wasting your money, because I'm getting more feed that nobody's getting results, and they're actually switching up. And the Walgreens brand, or the Walmart brand, is such a low dose too. So I mean, who wants to be popping 10,000 pills just to, you know, I mean, I'm doing 9, and to me that's a lot of pills, but I'm used to it, and 3 at a time is not as bad. I can only imagine if you got the Walmart brand, you had to pop 6 pills each time. That to me is insane. And as far as pricing goes, everybody keeps telling me, well, what would you recommend? Now keep in mind, well, I don't want to get ahead of myself because I've got something for that anyway, for that discussion. But so far, all the ones that are out there that people are actually buying are turning out to be decent brands. So even though there's all hoopla, make sure you don't get this, make sure you don't get scammed, not too many of them are coming back with bad results. They're all supposedly working. Now this is just hearsay from what people are telling me. I'm not experiencing it myself. But what I am experiencing on my end, I know is working. So, I mean, I'm taking their word for it, you know. And now I got a little issue. I started these videos because when I first heard about it and saw it on Dr. Oz, I got frustrated because when I researched it, I couldn't find anything. Couldn't find any testimonials. There was all the cut and paste from this one, and if you really go back and look at the websites, they all look very familiar, other than the background's different, or the pictures on them are different, or the girls that are standing there, you know, in their bikinis displaying it are different. But as far as what the description in what they're talking about, it's pretty much all the same. So I mean, that's originally what threw me off. So I decided to do this for myself and to help anyone else who was out there that might feel like the way I felt. Like, you know, how come I can't find anybody who's really taking it? Or, you know, because on YouTube nowadays you can find anything from putting a headlight in your car to how to make recipes to fixing your water heater to replacing floors, you know, anything and everything. You can either Google it or you can find it on YouTube. So for me to, I found it very odd that there wasn't anything out there. So I started to do these just because I wanted to help somebody else who was out there like me find that information that they were looking for. Not that I'm a doctor, not that I'm a, you know, nutritionist, or that I do, you know, researches on all these diet supplement things that are out there. I'm none of those. I'm just an average Joe. You know, I'm just like you, no different. And I've had a comment that was posted. I kind of thought it was a little rude. They were telling me that they think I should get paid for this, and so I could pay my bills. I do pay my bills. I did not do this with the intention to get paid. I did this just strictly out of the kindness of my heart and to help other people that are out there like me. Although, Lord, I did not expect there to be so many of you. I mean, so many. And thank you all for watching and subscribing, and that you have faith in me, and that I hope I'm giving you faith in yourself to continue on your journeys as well, like I'm on mine. But I would look at it this way. If I was to get paid, would my testimonial be true? Because then the company could say, well, you know what, since we're paying you, we want you to say this and we want you to say that, you know, and I don't promote the company I'm buying. Let's get that straight. I am using that particular brand. That's the brand that I am letting you know is working for me. And I have never told you, hey, you need to buy this, you need to go to Amazon, and that's it. Don't, everything else out there is just farce, it's phony, it's fake. Oh, that's just... I'm letting you know the information that I'm finding out. People are telling me what they're doing, and I'm relaying the messages to you. That's it. And I don't want to get paid by the company. I wouldn't accept it if they offered, because that's not why I did this. Well, I'm sorry, I don't want to be trying to like bring drama into the video, because that's not what it's about. But I just want to let you know, if you leave a comment, and I try to reply to literally every one of the comments. If I don't get back to you right away, I'm either at work, or if I am home, it's because I am replying to everybody. And between having YouTube up on one screen, my email up on another screen or tab, and Facebook up on another tab, and between all three, I'm trying to reply to all three. I hope I don't ever get to the point where I'm got like 5 messages going at the bottom and I switch conversations. Please don't let that happen. I try to be good, but I try to reply to every last one of you. But if you're going to leave a comment that I think is negative, or if I hear one person talking to another person in what I think is a negative way, I will block you from the site. I did not start doing this so it could be a drama channel. You know, turn on the TV if you want that crap, because that's not going on here. And I'm not getting paid. This is all real from me, and nothing is driving me to say what I'm saying but my own true experiences and what people are telling me they're finding. And that's another thing too. People have been putting postings or comments for ads selling stuff. If you're going to post on and trying to sell stuff, I'm going to block you too, because that's not what this is about. This is strictly a testimonial. Just informational help on Garcinia Cambogia. That's it. Well, with the exception of the green coffee bean, because that's very relatively similar to the Garcinia in a lot of ways. There's some differences, but in a lot of ways they're basically this. I wouldn't say the same, but close guidelines to what they both do. So if it's something like that, that's, you know, that's understandable. But if you're gonna post all this stuff for fat burners and this and that, lose weight quick, well, guess what? All those scams, they don't work. I've done almost all of them. You lose it fast, it comes back just as quick, and it has some buddies. It's not worth your time nor your money. And I went with this strictly because I didn't want to change my diet, which I have not, with the exception I cut out pop. And I didn't want to have to be at the gym 6 days a week, busting my butt 3 hours a day. Realistically, I know I'm not going to do that. I know when I'm 60, got grandkids, I'm not going to want to be spending all my time at the gym just trying to maintain my body. Not saying that when I get there that I'm not going to do exercise to physically keep mobility, because I don't want to be able to walk around. But I don't want to strain myself to that extent. And realistically, I know I won't keep it. So I'm not going to do that. So I went with that just for this. So if you guys see ads or comments that have either been, you'll see it says flagged for scam, or I'm sorry, flagged for spam, or has been blocked. That's because there was negativity behind it, or they were trying to sell something, and that's not what I did this for. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So as I told you before, I don't have time for negativity, because your negativity is, you know, just brings anybody and everybody around that you talk to. And, you know, there's still good people out there that just do stuff to do it. I'm not going to do something that, oh, well, I'm not going to go help her unless she's going to get me this. Oh, you want me to come help you move? Well, I'm not going to do that unless you give me a case of beer, or unless you help me this, or unless you take me to the grocery store all next week, or if you give me my gas money. I'm not like that. You need help and I can offer to give it. Guess what? I'm going to give it. And I don't want anything in return. That's just how I am. That's how I was raised, and I bless my mom for that. I think that's a good moral to have. Just like if I'm driving down the road and I see somebody stranded, I'm not gonna lie, if it's a guy, usually I'm like, I'll drive by, because you men are strong, you can survive. But if it's a woman, especially if she's got kids, I pull over. I'll have my kids get out and help, and we all push their car over. If they need a phone, I let them use a phone. If they got to go to the gas station to get gas, I do. You know, even if that means I'm late to what I'm doing, I do it, because I would want, if I'm in that situation, that somebody would do it for me. So, you know, it's just repaying the favor. You know, you do a good deed and a good deed will be done to you. And I think if we were all like that, it would be a whole lot better of a world, instead of everybody just like this. Horse blinds. You know, I only see what I need to see and nothing else. I'm looking all over. You know, you doing something wrong, guess what? I'm calling, because it ain't, I don't turn a blind eye to stuff. You know, that's just the way I am. Anyway, I wanted to send out a little thing. I know last week we got kind of deep on our discussion, but I'm getting a lot of feedback from you guys that you really liked it, and that it helped you lift your spirits and that. And I've had quite a few people saying, I've been smiling all week. Well, that's great. Everybody needs a smile, you know. It's good to smile, and you don't think it, but it really does lift, you know, your overall feeling, emotions. And you know, you could be having the worst scenario happening to you, and if you just pause and just start to smile, just think of something good that really makes you feel warm inside, that situation ain't so bad. Just because you can crack that tension, that situation just gone. You can deal with it. So I wanted to give you a little trick, and this is something that I have done, and I've actually had it for a while. On your phone, it doesn't matter if you have a smartphone or if you have a older phone. If you have an older phone, there should be something in your settings that says voice recording. And if you have a smartphone, or even a newer phone, not even so much a smartphone, but most phones have like MP3 players on them to where you can download your music. Find a song that actually, every time you hear it, it just makes you feel good. If it be because it's related to a happy memory, or if it's just because it's one of those songs that have got a quirky sound to it, it just even if you laugh at it because it's so stupid, it doesn't matter. As long as it makes you laugh and feels good, I want you to try for 1 week to download it onto your phone, either as your depending on how you are. If you're a person who gets texts all the time, put it as your notification. If you're a person that don't do text and you rely on all just calls, and your phone goes off more by calls, then put it as your ringtone. And so, because it's gonna happen to you, you're gonna be in that moment where something's gonna make you mad, something's not gonna go your way, and you're just gonna be like, oh, and you won't even know it, but your phone will go off for whatever reason. It'd be somebody calling you or texting you, and you're gonna hear that song, and you're gonna be like, oh. And it's gonna make you stop and think. you know, life ain't so bad. No matter what you're in that moment for, what's going on at that particular moment, somebody somewhere out there is having a way worse moment than you. And you gotta look at it that way, because life's just too short to be too serious and too stressed every minute of the day about everything. And for my worry words out there, take a chill pill. Just relax. You know, do the old remedy. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Do it like 5 times. And just take a moment back. The minute you're like, man, just stop. And and I mean, I'm honest about this. It really works. Because in this world, too many people are just so worried about everything and anything, and it's not worth it. You know, your life is short. Live it for every moment, even the bad ones. Because, like I said, for every bad moment, there's got to be something why it happened as to the greater thing that's going to come after it. So try that. Download a good song that makes you feel giggly like mine. My ringtone is the lazy song, because every time I hear it, I don't care where I'm at, who I'm with, I'll just start laughing, and I'll just start, you know, because I always think of the video where the monkeys are in their suits and they're dancing around in their boxers and they're just going crazy, you know, and it just makes me think of how much fun were they having when they made that video. So every time I hear that song, it makes me feel good right away. And then my notification is from the movie Despicable Me, because I love the Minions. They're just so funny. And where he would always say light bulb, that's my notification, because it just makes me think of that movie, and immediately I feel good. So these are things that I want you to try, you know, because you know, if you're in a bad moment and you might not even reason, you just be like somebody will be trying to talk to you because they notice you're in a moment, and they'll be like, hey, and you might be like, you know what, not right now. But at that moment, you need somebody to step in and be like, hey, it's okay, calm down, it's all good, let's work through this together. You have that song, that's going to be like that little person. Hey, chill, it's okay. And if you want to think of me being on your shoulder up here, hey, it's okay. So hopefully next week we'll have more pounds, because that's, I mean, I was really hoping it'd be 5 pounds every week, because that would have been sweet. But realistically, that's not what's happening. So, but I mean, I guess we are in a real world, so. But the numbers are going down on the inches and on the pounds, so I'm not going to complain. And so I hope you guys have a good one, and your Easter is awesome. Tell everybody I said hello, and hugs and kisses to everybody. So you guys have a good one. Happy Easter. Bye-bye.